Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Honorable Chief Guests, my fellow speakers of the day, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum. God has gifted us with a beautiful country, our beloved homeland, Pakistan. It is the 6th largest nation in the world, 2nd largest Muslim population in the world, largest irrigation system is there in the world. It has the largest earth-filled dam in the world. It has the 2nd largest salt mine in the world. It has the 5th largest coal reserves in the world, and it has the 6th largest gold mine in the world. It has 7th largest copper mine in the world. It is the 6th largest producer of the milk world over. It is 2nd in Asia in entrepreneurship, 2nd because Japan is 1st. It has produced many Nobel Prize winners. It has produced youngest certified Microsoft experts, and what to talk of anything else, we are amongst the 7 nuclear powers in the world. Ladies and gentlemen, we are very saddened. We are really, I personally feel that it's really heartbreaking. It is so sad, so tragic to know that we are 145th amongst 187 countries of the world when we talk of the Human Development Index. Have you ever, ladies and gentlemen, tried to ponder as to what are the reasons behind it? Somebody will say that it is because of the political unrest in the country. Somebody will say that it's because of corruption, so on and so forth. Let me tell you, it is just because we are all for ourselves. We don't think beyond ourselves, and that is the reason we are just doing things in our own little areas, not catering for others, not joining hand with others, and that is the problem. That is the biggest problem, and that is why I have chosen the topic of holistic approach, and it has 2 dimensions. Why I call it holistic approach is because I feel, as Ms. Amreen said, that it is collaboration which is going to yield result. We have to keep Pakistan in the center. Think about Pakistan. And the second thing that I want to say is that we have to go holistic. We have to incorporate all facets of development that there be. So with that, I will go a little back and talk about the evolution of the concept of the CSR. It is as old as trade and business itself and can be traced back up to about 5,000 years ago. Development took place in this concept immediately when industrialization in the 19th and 20th century occurred, and it picked up momentum, and new dimensions were added immediately after the Second World War, because there was mass destruction, and every facet of everybody in the society thought that they had to join hands to rebuild their nations and their countries, and that is how it developed. It developed from charity to doing something for the workers itself in the factory or whatever business concern it was. Then it was for the community around that concern, and then society at large. Then it incorporated the elements of ecosystem and restoration of environment, and ultimately we have now come to the point that we incorporate this concept in our business strategies and plans, and the development is going on and going on. Just to put more force behind what I want to say is that I have picked up 2 definitions. There are many definitions about CSR, but I just thought that when I talk of the holistic approach, then these are the two very pertinent definitions. The first one is given out by the World Business Council of Sustainable Development. It is a council of about 200 big concerns of the world, business concerns and corporations of the world. And it says, corporate social responsibility is continuing commitment by business to contribute to economic development while improving the quality of life of workers and their families, as well as community and society at large. And the point that is most important and is being missed out by everybody who talks of CSR today is that improving the prospects for future human well-being requires increased collaboration between various actors: the government, the business, the non-profits, activists, and community itself. Another definition which has been given out by School of International and Public Affairs, and it says CSR is about integrating the issues of workplace, community, and marketplace into core business strategies. Opportunities in CSR reflect the diversity of field and incorporate the private, the public, and non-profit sector. That is what I want to hit at. Now this brings me to tell you that these are the stakeholders and the players that are involved in the overall concept of CSR. On the right side in blue you see government, corporations or business, non-profits, and on the left side you find community in situation, community dispersed, and diaspora. And in the center you find development, and keep development along with Pakistan in the center. Now I'll dilate a little more. The left side is quite self-explanatory. I'll talk a little more of what I mean by saying community in situation, in situ rather. Community in situ is the community where you want to work or where you are working. Unless and until that community is totally involved, the sustainability will not come about. Then community dispersed is what Bashir Saab said and Sumro Saab said, that people leave their areas and go to other cities. People are settled here in Islamabad and Lahore, leaving behind their own places. Well, I feel that it's their obligation to look back and do something about the place where they actually belong. Then the diaspora. The diaspora are the people who are abroad and they have excelled in life. Why? Because they were born here, they were brought up here, and whatever they have gotten in life is just because of this land, and now it's their turn to pay back. So it is them who should also get involved in the whole process of development when we talk. So all of this in fact are the essential components of CSR. So this is something which you all must keep in mind, that alone doing something in isolation will really not make a difference. Now I'll tell you different stakeholders and how big they are and how big they can be in helping or participating in the process of CSR. Now this slide, I'll just talk about the two red lines. In 2004, the profits were on their peak in Pakistan, and the giving in the form of CSR or philanthropy was 0.1%. Now look at, I don't have data after 2009, this also I have taken from the research done by PCP. In 2009, it reduced to about 4 or 5 times the profits. They reduced, but the giving in the form of CSR has gone up to the extent of 0.9%. Now let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, that 93% of the corporations in Pakistan are doing something in one form or the other for CSR or philanthropy. But the impact is not yet visible. Again, you see, the best practice in the world is done by Mark Benioff, Salesforce. What they have done is that they give 1% of their profit before paying the tax, 1% of the time of the employees, and 1% of the products that they produce. Now, Pakistan, having reached 0.9%, is quite close to what is the best in the world. So we are the best in the world, or very close to being the best in the world.